The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The lone wolf, who you thought was a good collaborator because you didn't have the right candidate insights. But once you hired them, it was all hoarding info, declining meetings, and howling at the full moon? But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can go deeper than just the resume to find you a perfect fit by using insights from the LinkedIn network to give you a short list of best fit candidates. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Refreshing Wild Cherry Cola meets smooth cream. The treat you deserve. Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream. Treat yourself.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey everyone, welcome to this edition of Keep Watch Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel. A while back we did an episode of Keep Watch Pass on TV series that became movies. Well, guess what? Occasionally, every now and then, it goes the other way, where a movie can spawn a TV series, birth a TV series into life. And here to join me, my lovely wife, Carrie. Carrie, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am ready to not change the channel.
Okay.
Because we're here for a good time, because some of these films that we're going to be talking about spawned some interesting TV series. At least I know my list. There are some series where I actually have to question why the hell they actually made a series out of this. Shaking my damn head. But the movies, for the most part, are pretty good. But normally you do see it kind of the other way around. Like the TV series gets big, gets popular, it becomes a movie. Did you find it hard to settle on 3 films that spawned TV series?
If a movie is that good, it leaves you wanting more. And usually when it goes the other way around and they kind of beat the idea to death with the series, the death of the movie from the overkill from the series, right? So I was kind of looking at it that way.
But to the same token as well, how many times have we talked about a movie on here and we're like, I wish they spent more time with this character. I wish they spent more time with this character. This movie would make a fantastic TV series, because you have the time then in order to be able to stretch out, elaborate, and get to know the characters a little bit more. And I think with streaming services, I think you're going to see that a lot more, where they'll take movies that didn't have the length to tell the full proper story and give it the series treatment to get to know the characters. Like, I know you're not looking forward to the Harry Potter TV series. I know, I get it. But are you not excited for some of the things that were in the book that didn't make the movie?
I'm really torn on that one. I know that recently, as we're recording this, they dropped a trailer, and I have yet to watch it as I stand today. So I approach with caution. I have thoughts and I have big feelings and strong emotions about the new series, and I can't talk about this anymore because it's either going to be fantastic or it's going to be one of those things that at first it's going to get a lot of views because people are curious. People are like, oh, what are they doing with this? So it's either going to be a win or
a big fat smelly loss,
a fail. I'm hopeful for them. I really am.
I get the feeling we're going to need like a movie therapy session once that TV series comes out.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because on the other side of it, it's like, how many movies have we watched where we're like, okay, that would either we want more, or that movie could have been condensed in a TV series or a TV show, like even a one-off.
Yeah.
Like where the movie was just too long and there was just too much going on.
This movie could have been better summed up as a memo. Okay.
Yeah, give me a half an hour abridged version. We're good.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to pick 3 films each. And our Keep Watch Pass are based on the film, not the TV series that it spawned. So, Carrie, what's your first Keep film that gave birth to a series?
Well, I'm going to go with the iconic, I'm only going to say his name twice, Beetlejuice, because I certainly don't want to rise up any demons and bring Beetlejuice back.
That's twice.
I know. So now,
right now, everyone is staring at their stereo or their cell phone. Right? They're like, "You're not going to do this a third time, aren't you?"
Yeah.
Because ain't no one needs Michael Keaton in a spiky zebra suit dancing around like there ain't no thing. It's one of those things where Beetlejuice, I said it, she didn't say it. It only counts if she says it again. Was almost tailor-made to be a cartoon series. Like it was so over the top and outlandish and big and loud, and with an animated series you can go crazy and you can have that kind of fun in ways that a movie or TV show budget wouldn't necessarily allow you to be able to do. And I think that this is one of those things where the character in question was almost destined to become an animated series.
And it was so much fun as an animated cartoon. Like, I remember looking forward to watching it, and I thought it was so cute, the dynamic between that beetle guy and Lydia. They formed a friendship, and as much trouble as he would cause for her.
My God, you talk about him like he's Voldemort.
They always got through it, and it was a really fun animated series. The movie itself, I mean, the original movie is just so classic.
The sequel, meh.
But you know what? I think back, and every story kind of had its place. Like the sequels, they kind of returning back to that. I don't know. It was kind of magical. I was really looking forward to it, and then I saw the movie, and then I was kind of like, oh, maybe that should have been just a memo.
The funny thing is, though, like you take a look at this TV series, this animated series, and it was fun. It was made for kids. It was all good. It was very Saturday morning. You can't go wrong there. But then can you imagine the kids going back and watching the movie? And because remember, this is like 80s PG. Probably scared a few kids.
Remember when our youngest watched it with us and he found the humor in it? And yeah, kind of went around the house dancing and singing.
The things that happen in this house. We're a little left of center here. All right. For my keep, I'm going with a film that I absolutely adore and a series that I would definitely pass on. Which is a shame because the series itself was actually a Canadian production. I'm talking about the original The Crow film. The Brandon Lee movie. Of course, based on the graphic novel. But the Canadian production was called The Crow Stairway to Heaven. And it continued, it basically retold the story of Eric Draven and Shelley Webster. Now, I've said before on this show, Eric Draven's story is done. We don't need to redo it. We didn't need to redo it just a couple years ago when they put out that new Crow film and poo-pooed on everything that the original classic Brandon Lee film did. So this TV show, and they're there are different stories in the Crow universe that you could have adapted. It didn't need to be Eric Draven. It didn't need to be Shelley Webster. It didn't. The original is just too good. Don't go back down that road.
Well, we even talked about the subsequent movies, the sequels, that even though they told a different story,
Yeah.
City of Angels and the third Crow movie that we've covered them. We've talked about them.
And the fourth one.
Every one was a different story.
Yeah. The Crow Wikipedia.
Yeah. That wasn't necessarily a good idea either.
No, I don't know of any other film that spawned so much inferior crap that came after it than The Crow.
But they tried. I think they tried.
They
And
did try.
they recognized the popularity of the original.
Yeah, well, they turned that popularity to popularity. But the funny thing is, I did a little bit more research into the TV show. There's some familiar faces in this series. One of the minor characters was played by Kadeem Hardison, who most people will know as Dwayne Wayne from A Different World. But you also had guest appearances during the series from Anthony Michael Hall and Corey Feldman.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if that's a reason to watch it or not, but that's out there for you to decide.
This episode is brought to you by Ferrero. Soccer's biggest stage is approaching, and Ferrero is making it easy to go all in. Pick any two Ferrero brands from Kinder Bueno to Ferrero Rocher, and you could win the $1 million grand prize, plus an exciting range of daily and weekly prizes. Don't miss your shot. Official rules apply. Learn more at goallinandwin.com.
There's no one like you, and there never will be.
From the producer of Bohemian Rhapsody, there are many legends, but there is only one. Michael, rated PG-13, in theaters April 24.
Your favorite local grocery stores like Kroger, Ralph's, Fred Meyer, and more are now delivering on Uber Eats. Get 40% off your order of fresh, quality ingredients. Whether you just got home to an empty fridge or suddenly got a craving to whip up something new, you can get everything you need delivered in as little as 25 minutes. Get 40% off your order with code Kroger2026. Plus, members get $0 delivery fees. Order now on Uber Eats. Orders of $30 or more save up to $25. Ends 4/30/26. See app for details.
My watch pick is another one that, much like Beetlejuice, spawned a Saturday morning cartoon. And you remember how I said I'm not quite sure what would happen if the kids, discovered the character through the cartoon and went back and watched the movie? I mean, they'd probably survive Beetlejuice. I don't know if they would survive RoboCop.
Oh.
But think about it, right?
Yeah.
The character of RoboCop, I get makes sense, right? RoboCop is kind of like a superhero kind of thing. Makes sense to make an animated series out of it. They also made a live action Canadian-made miniseries called RoboCop Prime Directives. But can you imagine, right? Oh, this robot cop is really cool. He gets all the bad guys. I'm going to watch the original movie. And next thing you know, he's watching like some dude do blow off a hooker's tits. And he's watching Alex Murphy getting dismembered with shotguns. Some guy gets melted by acid going, "Arr!" Go back to the Saturday morning cartoon, kids. You're not ready for RoboCop yet. But I like the original. And I even don't mind the sequels, even though I know they are, They got done in by the critics. But come on, the original RoboCop. This is another one of those films that would go into the infinitely quotable ones. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. I'd buy that for $1. Not to mention the pig squealing sounds from the Ed 209 as it lies on its back, kicking like a crying baby into the stairwell. RoboCop, never change. Never change. All right, Carrie, over to you for your watch pick.
I think I'm keeping with the theme here. My watch is Ghostbusters.
Another Saturday morning cartoon.
Yes. I absolutely loved the characters that they created from the original movie, the original Ghostbusters, the OGs. All I can think at this point is Egon's like constant circular sick flow. He had this like hair piece in the animated series that was just, that meant something. His hair was on point.
His hair was curled like a duck's penis.
Oh.
So I've been told by Howard the Duck.
Really?
Corkscrewing for the win.
Whoo. But of course, the movie, right? This is again one of those movies that the original is so iconic, and they tried again, and then they tried almost giving it a rebirth. Of course, the Afterlife series of movies. There's three new ones. Not to mention the kind of gender swap version of the Ghostbusters. I love it all. I'm totally down with, I ain't afraid of no ghost is what I'm saying here.
Okay, but also Saturday Morning got really, really confusing because you had the Ghostbusters cartoon and you had the real Ghostbusters cartoon, which was very different from the Ghostbusters. Yet both could somehow exist at the same time, and we were okay with it on Saturday morning. So now that we've got all that covered, and we have people like seriously looking up the real Ghostbusters on YouTube right now because it exists.
Okay, I'll put my phone down. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm intrigued.
That's right. Remember, we're here now. We podcast now, and we rabbit hole later. Okay, your pass pick.
Well, we talked about it from the intro, and passing on the Harry Potter series. Now, I misunderstood the assignment, and I actually wrote series that I was passing on. So the movies, don't worry, all 8 movies, Harry Potter, we're still cool. I'm still rocking my Gryffindor robe. I am. But I don't know if I will be attending the Hogwarts series.
I wonder. I do wonder. Because there are some series out there that actually, they complement the movie, right? They add texture to the movie. It wasn't any of my picks, but Tron Uprising is one of those series that I think expands the lore of the movie itself and allows the story and the characters to breathe a little bit. A show, and I'm actually quite honestly shocked with you that you did not pick Out of Sight, which of course spawned the Karen Cisco TV series.
As a pass? No.
No, not even as a pass, but as any of your picks.
To be completely honest, I wrote down the From Dusk Till Dawn series.
Yeah.
And then I realized that I had looked at it wrong because there is no way I would ever pass on the From Dusk Till Dawn original movie. The second, the sequel, oh boy, yeah.
But there are some TV shows that kind of make you sour on the movie at times too.
I can see that. I mean, again, it's a really dangerous and really bold move to continue a classic and loved story from a movie, and vice versa. Like, if you were to turn it the other way and create a movie from a long-standing series, I'm thinking of Sex and the City.
That was the very first thought that came to my mind, where you're like, oh, the movie's here. Great. Oh, the movie sucks. Oh.
I think by design, they never did a Friends movie.
I don't want one.
No. And very much, on that note, it's like some things you just want to leave as it is. Just leave it alone.
It's almost like they should have just taken the entire last season of How I Met Your Mother, scrap it, and make one movie where Ted actually meets the mother.
Oh, could you imagine?
Right?
If they did that?
That would have been better than what they did. All right. So I'm passing on a movie, and I'm passing on the TV series of it too, because in both cases, the movie and the TV show were inferior to a competing TV show that was on the air at the time. So let me explain. During the 80s, you had this ability to make a film out of anything. Even just a vehicle, albeit a really cool vehicle. There were movies like Firefox and Iron Eagle, right? Top Gun was basically like a showcase of F-14s. Yay! Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder featured one wickedly cool helicopter in one boring-ass movie. But the thing is, it also spawned a TV series. But the TV series was about as bad as the movie, but it also happened to be around the same time as Airwolf was on the air. And Airwolf was the cooler helicopter, the cooler intro theme song, and it actually lasted, I think it was 4 seasons we had Airwolf? Blue Thunder? Nope. Also, you get to play Spot the Boom Mic when you're watching Blue Thunder because it makes an appearance every now and then. And it was left in the final edit. Gotta love the 80s. It was just like, here's a cool helicopter. We're going to make a movie out of that. That would suck if they tried that now. Here's the Cybertruck. Let's make a movie out of the Cybertruck. No, don't. Just don't. Don't make a Cybertruck movie. No one's going to watch it. Guarantee you. I hope I didn't just accidentally will that into existence.
Don't manifest that one.
Right. Also, how did we never get a Knight Rider movie?
Well, Elon Musk is like, get Hollywood on the phone. We can make money from this.
I'm sorry. Hollywood's not home right now. You can leave a message and we will not get back to you. All right, Carrie, please remind our listeners what your Keep, Watch, and Pass movies are that gave birth, spawned, brought into this world a TV series.
I am keeping Beetlejuice, watching Ghostbusters, and those two really are interchangeable. Like, they're on the same level. And passing on the Harry Potter series, and or with the asterisks for From Dusk Till Dawn.
All right. I am keeping the original Crow film. I am watching the original RoboCop, and I am passing on the one and only Blue Thunder. Carrie, thank you so much for this. And to you, our dear listeners, you guys know the drill. If there's a topic that you want us to cover on Keep, Watch, Pass, or a movie that you want us to cover on It's Not That Bad, hit us up on social media at Not That Badcast. Go to our website, notthatbadcast.com. While you're there, make sure you check out our music show, There Can Only Be One. Until next time, she's Carrie, I'm Jay. You guys are awesome. This is Keep, Watch, Pass on the It's Not That Bad podcast channel and a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network. Take care.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistant's assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.